Now, all of you, and we're going to bring our predictions up here, reckon this is their year. So we'll have a look. We asked Rob and Matt and Alan to pick on a few different categories, and for champions, we were unanimous. France all the way. So why, Matt?
I just feel that they've got enough experience under their belt to manage games. They've got some really great players, not good players, great players who are in good form, and they have a good draw. And they've been threatening for a few years. 2 years out from a World Cup, I just think they're ready to show what they can do.
Would they manage a Grand Slam was the question, and Matt is doubling down. He absolutely thinks they will. So are you saying, Rob, Ireland to win in Paris? Is that what that is?
I think Ireland are going to have one away win, at least. A Grand Slam is a very difficult thing to do nowadays. Again, with the French, they have been questioned over the years. Do they travel away from home as good as
they've three at home and two away, Wales and Scotland. I just think they're going to come unstuck in one of those games.
Yeah, they blew in Murrayfield 2 years ago badly.
Yeah. If they don't, well, they're a different side, and they've got control of that bit of a mental barrier.
Yeah.
Depends on their progress, doesn't it? It's whether they've progressed, and we hope they do.
The Achilles heel of this tournament, unfortunately, is that there's no prizes handed out for guessing the wooden spoon winner. So can Italy get a win is the question mark over them coming into 2022 once again. Player of the tournament, interesting. We had two names amongst the three. He surprises no one. And then you reckon Tyke Furlong might swoop in, Alan?
I think the front row, the way he's played as a front row forward, phenomenal, world class. And I just think Ireland are going to go pretty well in this tournament. And he's going to be, you know, he comes up with standout performances, and I think he's a great chance of it.
There's no doubting that he's going to have a superb Six Nations. Sometimes the only problem with these things is that he'll only play 60, 65 minutes some of the time. And that can always come against you when they're throwing these awards out at the end of the campaign.
Okay. One to watch, always a nice category to get your thoughts on. So give us your thoughts then. You can start us off with Jaminet, Rob.
Yeah, we were asked to select someone with less than 10 caps. Jaminet, I think he's maybe played 5 times. Hugely exciting. He's a small man, but he's strong. He's electric. His kicking stats are superb. I think he's someone who could potentially have a very big impact on this tournament.
Okay, Matt?
I just think this young man, Garabus, he's moved to Montpellier in the top 14 in France. He's played exceptionally well. Montpellier are second in the championship at the moment. They've come up from the bottom. He's had a big hand in that. And I just think he's growing. And I think, like, when Italy had a good 10 back in the day with Dominguez, they really became competitive. I think if they can get competitive, they need a good 10, and he's an exciting young man.
Alan?
Yeah, I picked 10 Basham for Wales, even though I think Wales had struggled in this tournament, but he's an incredibly exciting open side. And Dombrandt, who's been scoring a lot of tries for Harlequins, really physical, great footballer as well. I picked two of them, two back rows, surprise, surprise, and I just think they could do really well individually in this tournament. And
then top try scorer, I suppose the short version here is we're expecting France to be good fun once again. So Dupont and Penaud, it probably will be a Frenchman.
If they fulfil their potential, yes. If. It's great. It's going to be great to watch.
This is going to be a great championship, I think.
Yeah, it is. We're all very excited about it.
Yeah.
We're excited to have full capacity stadiums back as well, because that has an impact on the quality of rugby that's been played. It's tough playing games in an empty stadium. So I think as viewers, we're going to enjoy the whole tournament an awful lot more. There's a lot of subplots in there. French are playing superb. Irish are playing superb. We don't know what to expect from England. And the others the same.
We're all tipping France, but let's not be surprised if Ireland are thereabouts. I don't think they'll be a Grand Slam winner, but I think they could be thereabouts, and don't write them off completely, even though France, we're tipping France at the moment.
They're playing the other last bit. There's so many teams playing really positive rugby.
Yes.
Which hasn't been the case for a number of years. The rushing defence has dominated, and we've seen a change. Let's hope that keeps doing, because that's exciting.